storylines setting up in this one.
Checking in with the head coach of the Cobras. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week it's a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. On the run from inside his own 5. This guy is so dangerous. He has excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Wants to pass. Hauls it in. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Center downs going to the air. Left side is Kane. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It's the Cobras with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to go up top on second down. Out wide right, it's Nimrod. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The throw on second down, and they need a lot. That's caught. It's Nimrod. Pulled to the ground.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Keeps it himself. Always got some space. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
It's the Cobras getting set on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Out wide left, it's Cobb. Down he goes. He's down right there, short gain on the ground.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He's going to throw it again. Right side, it's Singleton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15.
runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have the nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field.
Palmer strike for the touchdown. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Montgomery. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense working from the pistol. Making the adjustment on the play. Play action on first down. Misses badly on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Jones wants to throw it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense. And I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Cobra. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Montgomery. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. First play of this drive. Out wide is Wilson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side, but this possession right here, and this is big. Get the passing game going, get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, Dave?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Jones to throw. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes down. But you could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the back. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires left. Got him downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Jones wants to throw it. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cobras will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Cuts it upfield. It's popped. Finds a little bit of space. Gets 3 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Right side, it's Johnson. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
It's the Cobras come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Left side, it's Johnson. Turning it on. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
It's the Cobras, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
And they can't make the connection.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to sneak it. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
It's the Cobras will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Cobras strike with a touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And they did tack on the extra point. From deep, it's Montgomery. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
A gain of 1.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off the ball. Stop right there.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for space. It's Pryor. There's a brace. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gives up pretty good yards. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Longhorns are rolling down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella. And they're able to hook up there.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. run it out of the shotgun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They're all over it. And they got it.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Shepherds fall. Where's Ollie? What the
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Drops back on first down. And as he throws, picked off. What a way to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Attempt to try. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Brown will throw it. Finds his target down the middle.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more. And with the 6.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that they can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. They're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking a pick 6 all the way to the house, that could really end up costing.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad it was looking. Now the defense gets right back in this football game. Being ready for the 2-minute drill, making a play, going down and scoring, and taking all the momentum into halftime.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Still looking. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. the Cobras trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Look out! And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's in! Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And man, how awesome is that for the big fella? He wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
On the return, it's Kane. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Cobb. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first. He'll pull it down and run. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
From the gun, it's Cobb. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. Remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Boise State taking on the number 21 team, the Tennessee Volunteers. And it's the Broncos looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Now on first down from the 28. Sells to run, looking to pass. Flush to the left. He's going to run it. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job. There's no gain on the play.
And And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Second and long here. Jones to throw. Finds his man. There he goes. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. A run for the quarterback. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Center downs going to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. Right side, it's Singleton. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Finds the tight end. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time in this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
That they need to answer. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's not a surprise. But when a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Brown will throw it. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Now 1st and 10 after they got them to jump. Fresh set of downs going up top. Looking down the middle. In traffic, it's Singleton. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. It's the Cobras will hustle to the line.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the 2nd half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cobras. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Deep in the end zone, it's Montgomery. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Complete on the comeback. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Jones wants to throw it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He's changing the play. 2nd down to the air. He'll get rid of it. Right side with Singleton. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The snap sets up to throw. Finds his man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Wilson. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying along the field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the 2nd half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
The give to the back. Swapped immediately.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And we've been treated to quite the performance so far from both sides. Let's take a moment and have a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They want to throw it. They will score! Touchdown, Longhorns! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together. Like, this might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And the extra point is good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Wide receiver going in motion. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Brown wants to pass. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they'll make the tackle for no gain. The stop and get the ball back. Might have have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It's the Cobras come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Under pressure. Makes the grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third and long coming up. Running inside. It's Cobb. Inside the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. It's the Cobras headed quickly to the line. Brown will throw it.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting an onside kick. The hands team on the field were able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So reasonable drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think, put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Takes the handoff. It's Pryor. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Tough run here. It's Pryor. They were all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did,